What's up, y'all? Cannon Hotep back at it again with another one. Happy Thursday. Happy Hotep Thursday. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I'm just about to get out of here for the day. Got the truck in the old trusted Dusty today. Headed down to my father's office real quick. For one, I got a bunch of trash in the back of it from cleaning out the garage. Still not done the garage. And I got to figure out what to do with my brother-in-law shit that he left here. He in Texas. I'm about to fucking pack that shit up and send it to him. Like, nigga, here. Take it up my goddamn garage space. I need to grab some shelves. I'm probably go to Home Depot probably this weekend and grab me some shelves real quick. So I got all my frying equipment, my turkey fryer and all that other shit that I used to fry fish and chicken with. That stuff is all in the garage. I got it in the corner, but it'll probably be easy to have that shit put up somewhere. What up, Sauce? What up, Pro? What's the deal? Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. Let people know we live. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Everybody's working for the weekend, boy. This is what? Resurrection Sunday is coming up. Resurrection Sunday is this Sunday. Tomorrow is Good Friday. And I wasn't even thinking, yo. I could have been selling fish dinners out this bitch. I could have been selling them fish dinners, bro. I could have been out here getting it. I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I could be out here selling them Good Friday fish dinners. You know what I mean? Fish platters. And I ain't even get on that shit. That's my dumb ass fault. It's all good though. It's all gravy. The weather about to break. Trying to get this money, Pro. You know how I go. Sauce. Trying to get this a bread. You know what I mean? Hey, yo. Before we start, can we all be in agreement on this one fucking thing? Forcing kids to or giving your minor puberty blockers and sex changes, that shit is fucking child mutilation and child abuse. Can we agree on that shit? Can we agree on that? I mean, please. This shit is getting outrageous. It's getting out of hand. You got states advocating for fucking sex changes for minors. I heard a story on the news today. I can't remember what it's like some kind of charity hospital that was using grants and government funds to fund these minors transitions. You know, and I think this shit is just outrageous to me. It's fucking outrageous to me, man. Like, look, all right, when your kid turn 18, let them. What the fuck are you doing? I hate niggas, yo. Niggas. This nigga went right to make a left. Anyway. When your kid turn 18, right, because that's how old you need to be to join the motherfucking army, and go kill you some niggas. Then all right, let them make that decision, okay? I still advise against it, but when they turn 18 and they're adults and they're old enough to go fight a fucking war, let them make that decision then, right? I mean, you know, like let that they're adults, they can be emancipated. Like let that shit happen then, okay? Even I still think 18 is too young, but they're adults. But to sit here and try to transition your 5-year-old or your 10-year-old or your fucking 3-year-old because you saw your 3-year-old playing with a goddamn G.I. Joe and want to go tackle boys out in the fucking football field. Now you think she want to be named fucking Mike Allstott. You go and you start giving her fucking testosterone, or you see your son over that bitch playing with fucking Barbies, trying to get Ken to fucking Barbie. You know, now you want to put them in a goddamn dress. These people, I think the mental illness is on the fucking parents. and the guardians. That's what it seems like to me. The mental illness with this shit is on the parents and the fucking guardians. That's what it seems like. And then they just pass that shit on to the kids. That shit it just irks the shit out of me, yo. It's like, yeah, well, they know what they know. The fuck they don't. You know how many bitches I knew in high school who swore up and down they was gay? They had whole relationships with other girls in school. And then now I look on fucking Instagram and Facebook, and now I see these bitches got husbands and fucking kids, and they married and they happy. And I'm like, that's what's up. Congratulations. So that bitch she swore she loved some bitches when she was in high school. I seen some chicks that would be considered doms. They out here wearing dresses, looking like baddies. Bitches out here, they swore they were studs in high school. These bitches some baddies now, wearing skirts and heels and shit. I'm like, damn, she had a body like that underneath them fucking sweatpants in high school? Shit. You know what I mean? Right, arrest Dwayne Wade. What's the bitch from fucking Mad Max? Arrest her ass. You know, this shit is just crazy to me, bro. This shit is fucking nonsense to me. And they think they doing these kids a service. Like, no, you're not. What you're doing is making this kid, you know, a fucking science project. And when they get older and realize that this shit wasn't for them, then what happens? Y'all remember that what was the one we went over? We went over this a couple years ago. Maybe we need to revisit this for some people, especially for the new subscribers, right? What was it? The John Jones incident? Is that what it was? I think it was the John Jones incident, right? Where it was here in Maryland at Johns Hopkins. Kid was born. I think it was Johns Hopkins. But his kid was born, and they went to give him his circumcision, right? They went to give him I can't wait for that fucking Royal Farms open. They give him his circumcision, and they fucking burned his whole dick off. Fresh out the womb, they fucked up, went to give him a circumcision, burned his whole dick off. All right, one in the chat on YouTube if y'all still there. One in the chat, because I don't know if my chat widget is still fucking up or not. Just throw one in the chat so I don't know if this chat widget is still rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? What's up, Rug? So, what they tried to do is they said, well, since we can't reconstruct this penis because this shit is just nothing there anymore. But we can make a vagina and fucking trick this kid into thinking that he's a girl for the rest of his life. And then when he comes of age and puberty hits, then we can start transitioning this kid. This is back in like the fucking 60s or the 70s. So some crazy fucking mad scientist at Johns Hopkins University here in Baltimore, some motherfucker from Switzerland or Germany or some shit like that, go figure, right? He's the one running this shit. He's the main ringleader on this fucking charade. Kid gets of age to have the surgery, but the kid is feeling more and more like a boy, as he should. Because he is biologically a boy. The fucking hospital fucked up. He's biologically a boy, but they done made this nigga a eunuch. So the kids start asking questions. The parents start to feel guilty. And then the parents told the kid what he was. Yes, you are a boy. Thanks, Pro 65. Bruce from here. It was the John Jones, right? They called it, they labeled it the John Jones incident or something like that, right? They made a CSI episode about this. That shit's crazy. Sounds like a movie? No, that shit was a real fucking deal, bro. Shit was a real deal, Josh. So one in the chat if y'all can still hear me. I had to answer a phone call. One in the chat if y'all can still hear me. Anyway, so you had to answer a phone call. One in the chat. Who is funding the plastic surgeons who do these operations, bro? Yeah, the John Jones case. That shit is crazy, bro. But so the kid's like, yo, no, I want to be a boy. I want to be raised a boy. I feel like a boy. I don't feel like a girl. And the kid, that's what they did. So they didn't go through with the puberty blockers or the estrogen or whatever the fuck it is, right? All right. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's 10 o'clock right now, and y'all about to see. You would think that by 10 o'clock rush hour is over, right? But no, because the bridge is still fucking out. This is what we get, okay? Because that fucking bridge is still out. This is what I get at 10. What time is it? 10:10 a.m. This shit should be flowing because everybody should basically be at work by now. But this is what the fuck we get. Right here is still more fucking traffic because the fucking bridge is out. And people have to, instead of going across, they have to come this way. They have to go this way, okay? This shit is fucking crazy. You see this shit? Okay, guys? Anyway, but let's keep it pushing. Fast forward, he was on Oprah and everything telling the story. On Oprah and everything telling the story. Shortly after him being on Oprah, he fucking killed himself. Killed himself. He was a twin. I think, yeah, he was a twin, right? He had a twin brother. Killed himself. And then his brother killed himself. Tragic fucking story. You know what I mean? You know, you sue the shit out the hospital, and even though your son's a fucking eunuch, unfortunately, that nigga can live the rest of his life like Bruce Wayne, just a trust fund baby with millions and millions of dollars because the fucking botched circumcision. And I'm just sitting there like, who the fuck, like I'm circumcised, pause. I thought they just use a little scalpel, slice your little skin off, and then they fucking wrap that shit up. Apparently, I guess they was trying to cauterize it or burn off the extra skin, and they fucking set his dick on fire. Pause. That shit is crazy. Anyway, you sue the fucking hospital. You get paid for the rest of your life. Your kid gets paid for the rest of his life. And he, go around and be like, yeah, bitch, I'm rich though. This shit is crazy, man. All right, we back. All this phone going fucking hot shit is annoying, yo. It's 50 degrees outside. I ain't even got the AC on. The phone run hot. Like how? How, Apple? Anyway, but it's just a tragic case. But they still don't learn from these lessons. They still want to go with this agenda to fucking transition these kids against. And sometimes it's like it's against their will, or they're grooming these kids into transitioning. They're grooming these kids for transitioning. And I just think it's fucking crazy. And I feel so bad for these kids, man. Because when these kids get older, man, they're gonna have problems. What's the suicide rate in the trans community? What's that suicide rate in the trans community? Pretty fucking high, ain't it? Oh, come on. I'm trying to get this shit to the fucking. Oh, goodness gracious, come on. Don't focus on the fucking. All right, there we go. But I feel bad for these kids, man. I feel bad for these kids, and something need to be done about it. I think any parent that transitions their child before the age of 18 needs to be prosecuted. You are what the good Lord made you. You are what the good Lord made you. Just saying. Josh had his brainwashing. I don't know, you know? But that kid, John Jones, knew he was a biological boy, despite that bullshit his parents was telling him. I don't know how you got testosterone coursing through your veins and you think that you're a goddamn testosterone coursing through your balls, paws, and you think you're a fucking Sally. You know what I mean? Because once you feel those sweet, sweet, sweet walls of a natural woman, boy, you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back. Once you feel those sweet, sweet walls, ooh, wee, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. What that old man say? In that good inside the mouth skin. Once you feel that good inside the mouth skin, got them sweet, sweet walls, I'm pretty sure you'll be delivered. I don't like men's no more. I'm delivered. Oh, that shit is fucking funny. My nigga said he don't like men's no more. Nigga thought he was gay. Some girl turned his dumb ass out. Now that nigga love him some walls. That is funny. But guys, you know, especially guys who are divorced, and try to stay in your kids' lives as much as possible, because some of these bitches out here be crazy and they be doing stupid shit like that, you know? They be doing crazy shit like that. Kid get raised around his mother, he start picking up her mannerisms and shit. Now he pick up her proclivities and all this other stuff, and now you done went to visit your son finally when she allow you to see your son. That nigga got on fucking makeup and his eyebrows is arched and shit with fucking foundation and a lace front. And you like, what the fuck is this? This is not what I made. This is not what I made. Anyway, just a sermon. not a sermon, just a thought. Y'all remember that? Not a sermon, just a thought. All right, but let's get back to this. All right, let's get into what I wanted to talk about today. And that is, there is a lot of propaganda going around on China. I'm on, just scrolling, doom scrolling Instagram, right? Doom scrolling Instagram. And what keeps coming up on my fucking timeline? All these Chinese manufacturers or Chinese warehouse owners talking about contact me direct. Got the good Jordan. Y'all think I'm fucking around, huh? Y'all think I'm fucking around. Look at this shit, my nigga. Look at this shit here. Let's go ahead and make this a little bigger. I said this app is fucking dope. Bow, let's get it.
Sold by kilos, $1. This packet is a 20 kg, 32 pairs, 40 to 45 size. Men shoes, cheaper price in whole Guangzhou. Here is a ready package. We are loading to the baggage test. If you're looking for the men's sneakers, you can come to our factory to visit. We are ready factory owners waiting for you in.
Like, this shit is all over social media as a whole. All over social media. This one here.
Open $1 store. 20 cents. 20 cents. 20 cents. 20 cents. Everything only 20 cents. No middleman.
Bro. This shit is crazy. What's up, Spotless? Spotless in the building. What's up, yo? We shared custody for a year once, then the teen years hit. Come here, boy. Uh-huh. That's what you gotta do, yo. That's what you gotta do. You gotta wrangle these kids in, man. They need their father. But then you got this shit. Then you got the propaganda coming from these niggas. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, yo.
Thank you, China, for exposing the truth. So now that you guys have found out reps are in fact real, I'm gonna do you a favor and plug you with exactly who I used to get all of this for a price that would literally have your jaw on the floor, by the way. These guys are basically Amazon but for China, and they go by the name of Pingubai. Bro, they literally have everything on there with ridiculous quality, along with the cheapest and scarily fastest shipping times too. We're talking 5 to 14 days at the very longest.
Shit wild to me, yo. What was the name of that fucking social media app that they was trying to push on us? What that shit was called? Red Note? Is that what that shit was called? Red Note? This gives me those Red Note vibes, right? Because now we going to war with China. This is like when they got rid of TikTok, the niggas start flooding to Red Note. They're staying in solidarity with China, but we come to find out that Red Note was a psyop and some propaganda getting pushed by the fucking China, you know, the CCP. This is the same shit. This is the same shit. Oh, no, not Blue Sky. Blue Sky was that liberal bullshit. China had one called Red Note. That shit, you downloaded, it wasn't even in English. Everything was in Chinese, apparently. That shit was crazy. But this gives me those same vibes. And it's like, now here comes the Chinese propaganda. It's like, okay, y'all want to put tariffs on China. So now China is out here with their agents and probably paying these influencers to be like, hey guys, look, we manufacture stuff so much cheaper. Look, those Jordans that you get from Taiwan, look, we can do that too. See? These replicas, they're real. They're real. You know, and this just and I guarantee you got a lot of people flooding to those sites trying to buy this shit. You know what I mean? They got people flooding to this site trying to buy this shit, which is circumventing, you know, in my opinion, circumventing what Donnie T's trying to do. You know what I mean? Get fair trade practices with China. Like, a lot of niggas don't understand, like, China steals our intellectual property and shit. They do a lot of fucking shady shit, yo. They do a lot of shady shit in China. They steal our intellectual property. You know what I mean? Then they tariff the shit out of us. They don't import none of our fucking cars and shit, but they want us to import their shit. You know what I mean? Like, and now that we fighting back, China trying to turn our own American citizens against us. Here, let's teach your government a lesson. Here, come buy these fucking dunks. Come buy a pallet of dunks for like $1,000, and then you can go resell them. And you have niggas doing that shit, because niggas don't stand 10 toes down on nothing. What y'all think about that shit? Like, what do y'all think about that? Right? Like I said, every other fucking reel that I looked at on, I got a bunch of those examples. Every other reel that I scrolled on Instagram, for example, last night, it was one of those. Contact me in my DM. We work out a deal. And I'm just like, yo, this shit is wild. The black community need a discount on the fashion bullshit. They love so much. LOL. Uh-huh. Put that extra in the family bank. Man, listen. They gonna go out there. They gonna be buying from these sites like it's Ross off this bitch. That's what's gonna happen. You wonder why this shit keep running hot? I'm gonna have to keep the window down. This shit down. This shit is crazy. You know what? I keep bluffing. I gotta get me a fucking streaming phone. I'm gonna go get me like an Android streaming phone or something like that. But I don't know. That shit is interesting to me. Hey, yo, one in the chat on YouTube if y'all still with me. One in the chat on YouTube if y'all still with me. Let me move Kick's text over there real quick. All right, yeah, cause it's not. Man, I like that Kick can see y'all talking, but this fucking. I might have to get a new widget for. I'm going to get a new widget for YouTube. That's what I'm gonna have to do. All right, that's what's up. What's up, Steph? What's up, Montoya? What's up, Ishay? All right, I'm gonna have to get a new widget. Pulling up to the office now. Grab the shit from my dad. Drop it off on my way to work. Uh-oh, Mo. We back on YouTube. We back on YouTube. We back on Kick. We back on YouTube and Kick. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. I was sitting there talking and shit and nothing was, I was like, what the fuck? My numbers just kept dwindling down. All right, that's what's up. The numbers kept going down and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? The shit just stopped. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up. They probably tried to jump to this shitty Wi-Fi my father got in his office. I keep telling him to switch that shit out. The Wi-Fi in the office is fucking horrible. That's why I got everything in here. The potholes did it. That's why I got everything in his office running, you know, it's a wire connection. He won't change from Comcast, and I don't know why. I'm like, get rid of this Comcast bullshit. Let's get some real fucking network connection rocking in this bitch. Comcast just ain't it. Comcast just ain't it. But anyway, I don't know where the fuck I went off at, but yeah, I don't even know where the fuck I stopped at. Anybody know where I stopped at before the shit just went south? I think I was talking about when I pulled in this. I don't know. What was I talking? Oh. But yeah, it gives me those vibes with the fucking Red Note situation where it's like, you know, let's prove to the United States, or let's run this psyop in the United States to show that, because like the Japanese they know what the Chinese know the culture. It's like, these niggas can't live without their Prada and their Gucci and their Louis and all this other shit. So let's sell them the bullshit for like pennies on the dollar to stimulate our economy by pandering to these niggas that ain't loyal to the United States. Right? Trump trying to be like, look, we need to prove to China that we don't need them. Right? To get China to come to the table and work out a lucrative trade deal that's going to help us in the long run, especially when it comes to the no income tax. But these niggas get on social media, they scroll, and then you see this nigga that I just showed y'all. Y'all see this nigga that I just showed y'all right here.
Thank you, China, for exposing the truth. So now that you guys have found out reps are in fact real, I'm gonna do you a favor and plug you with exactly who I used to get all of this for a price that would literally have your jaw on the floor, by the way. These guys are basically Amazon but for China, and that
nigga right there, they got niggas like that selling the propaganda to the people. Oh shit, I can go to this site and get me a pair of fucking replica Jordans or whatever. Oh, he said they real, and they going with that shit. They running with that shit. They on there probably flooding that fucking site because niggas. Nobody got no loyalty. They ain't got no loyalty to the United States, right? They don't want to stand in solidarity, but we can get all our bread. You know, we can get everything we want from here. Whatever happened to being against them sweatshops and shit? See, that's the funny part. All right, so side note, okay? Side note, Alchemist. It's always been a running joke that Baltimore niggas sound like we from the UK, right? It was one dude that did a skit where he was acting like he was visiting a UK McDonald's and he was talking to the guy behind the counter, and the guy behind the counter was trying to say they was distant cousins because they sounded alike. The shit was fucking funny. I gotta find that skit, but yeah. At first I thought he was from Baltimore when he said the U. And then when he first started talking, I was like, this nigga from Baltimore? And then he started talking some more. Oh, this nigga from the UK. This nigga sounds just like us. That shit was funny. Yeah, but you're gonna have a bunch of people on them sites, yo. Just running with it.
Thank you, China, for exposing the truth. So now that you guys have found out reps are in fact real, I'm gonna do you a favor and plug you with exactly who I used to get all of this for a price that would literally have your jaw on the floor, by the way. These guys are basically Amazon but for China, and they go by the name of Pingubai.
Like, it's the shit that I'm talking about, right? That, and then it's a couple of other ones, and I'm just like, nah, yo. And I know niggas is running to these sites because they ain't got no stick-to-itness. They ain't got no stick-to-itness. They can't look objectively like, oh damn, this some nasty work by China. This some nasty work by China pandering to us with all of the shit that we like to buy because the United States is fucking with their money. This shit is crazy, yo. And they selling you fake shit. But these niggas ain't gonna care. They trying to convince people that hold on, what's this? They trying to convince people now that, like, oh yeah, all that shit that y'all thought was fake. No, we actually, you know what I mean, that shit's real all along. But they've been using us and this and this and this, and maybe that's true. I don't know. But it's the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me that they doing that shit, yo. That they doing that shit. And we gonna see more of that as this trade war happens, yo. But people got to realize what the deal is. People don't got no sense of like patriotism and nationalism, man. They ain't got no sense of patriotism and nationalism. They want to sit there and they want to like, they just like, fuck that, yo. I can buy I can get me a fucking pallet full of dunks. I can get me a pallet full of J's. This shit is crazy to me, and these niggas gonna go a running, just fucking up the plan, yo. These niggas is tripping, but you know, what we say, what's the most important thing in any war? The information war. The information war. That's the most important thing, is the information war. I guess the whole thing is if you can create the demand for all of this Chinese goods, and if China can create this demand for all of that shit, then the United States loses its leverage, because then the people are going to want more Chinese shit. Oh, see, Trump and them just trying to fuck with our money. Trump and them they don't want us getting the shit, you know, for fucking pennies on the dollar. They're trying to make their friends more rich and make us buy more expensive shit in America. That's what they're trying to get these laymen to think, right? That's what they're trying to get these laymen to think. It's nasty work, China. Nasty work. But very diabolical and genius on your part. Just gonna put that like that. Like I said, the most important war in any war, whether it's boots on the ground war, a cold war, a tariff war, is the information. The information, the propaganda about it. That's the most important part. Whoever wins the information war wins the war. Because they think it's just in movies, Alchemist, and that the shit ain't real, and that, oh, they used to do that shit back in the day. It's like, no, nigga, they do that shit today. Like, it still boggles my mind that people refuse to admit that music can be a crucial and critical component of propaganda. You know, Zan said all China did was cut out the middleman because middleman was pumping their chest like they was the plug. You talking about like Alibaba and all of them niggas? Yeah, but at the same time, it's still propaganda against the United States. Let's cut out the middleman, make shit a little more cheaper. It's the shit that the United States trying to do against China. China just doing back with us, but with like a campaign on social media, which is fucking smart. It's very smart, but there's a lot of people out here that's too dumb to see the jokes. You know what I mean? You know, that's just me. But the information war, that's people. Wars are won based on that. Fucking World War II was won on fucking propaganda. You know what I mean? World War II was won on propaganda. Shit is just wild to me, yo. Fucking genius, though. Touche, China. Touche. But niggas, stop. Don't go out here and buy this shit. Like, stop. 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 Now, I know most people gonna do that shit just for their own personal collection. You gonna have some niggas that's out here that's just business minded. Like, yo, hold on. Let me go holler at this person because I'm about to open up this little store. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to open up this little store. And they gonna try to get the money that way, which I can't really be mad about. Right? I can't be mad about it, but at the same time, it's like see the bigger picture, my nigga. See the bigger picture. You know what I mean? But like I said, people out here, like, they don't even. There's a lot of people out here that don't want to admit that music plays a critical and crucial role in propaganda and culling the masses. You know what I mean? And I really mean culling the masses. Like, you got drill music that be getting pumped into these niggas' heads and get them gassed up and they go murk niggas so they can make a song about it. Like, Lupe made a song called Dumb It Down, right? Lupe made a song called Dumb It Down explaining the music industry and how they use music to dumb niggas down. Like, you got them, you know, they like, what do you say? You got them wanting to be queens, Lou. Like nigga, stop. You like stop with the backpack rap. You got these niggas thinking for themselves and wanting to be better. We can't have that. Yeah, Hotep Alibaba coming soon. Hotep Alibaba coming soon. That is funny. You know? Yeah, movies too. Anything that gets us emotionally charged. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, JR? JR Bell in the building. Yeah. Yeah. Shit is wild, yo. Shit is wild. So, we gonna see how this shit go. China trying to prove, like, we trying to prove to China, like, you need our buying power. And China trying to prove to us, like, you need our goods. And this is where this is where we're going to come to a stalemate. I told you guys this shit is going to be a war of attrition. I think China will blink, but when they're going to blink, that's the question. That's the question. It's when they're going to blink. I still need a haircut. I was gonna go yesterday to get a haircut, but now I was like, let me wait a little longer. So me, my son, and maybe my nephew, we're gonna go get a haircut today. I'm probably gonna get a haircut today. My nephew looking peasy as shit. I'm like, nigga, you look peasy. Like, my sister-in-law got him like a shape up. I'm like, this nigga don't got that type of hair. Like, she got him a shape up. The shape up looked crispy. You know, the line up, it looked crispy. But I'm like, that nigga, he don't got that type of hair. Okay? He need to get him a number one. Okay? Maybe a Caesar. We need to throw all sorts of fucking juices and berries in that nigga head to make that shit look anything remotely like good. Yeah, barbers be taxing, yo. Like, I ain't gonna front, yo. My barber shop go up another fucking $10, yo. I'm not going there no more. I'm gonna find me another fucking barber shop. Like, right now it costs me $40 to get my haircut. That's what it costs me to get my haircut. Then it's $25 for my son. He's 10. It's $25 for him. He's 10, and then it costs me $40. That's cause it is just. I'm like, man, fuck that. You pay $50 to $60. Like, every time me and my son go, it costs me $65. That shit crazy though. Yeah, they be taxing the shit out of people. Like, I don't get the top of my haircut. I get the sides, like a medium fade on the sides, a little part, and they shape my face up. I remember cuts used to be $8 when I was a kid. I got my haircut for $8, and then it went to $10 when I became when I got to like 13. Then it was $10. Then, when I was an adult, when I was an adult, it was like 15. It was like $15. And you getting these niggas out here they acting up. You know what I mean? Started retwisting your own shit. I hear that. That's what's up. But yeah. But speaking of back in the day, right? Speaking of back in the day, y'all remember this shit? I remember this shit right here. Y'all still with me over on Kick? Y'all remember this shit? Oh, she fine. I mean, hold on. I'll play that back one more time, okay? This is the ultimate in masculinity right here, okay? They weren't fighting, okay? They weren't fighting, okay? We used to do this thing where we would just beat each other's body, period, full stop. All right? Period, full stop. They just sitting there, like we used to do this shit in high school. We found somewhere and we just, boom, boom, we just start beating, just like a little boxing match, no face shit, just boom, 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 just beat each other's body. Just beat each other's body till somebody gave up. Like that shit that's back when, that's back when masculinity was masculinity. Hotep Alchemist said bring back slap boxing. Yeah. That's back when masculinity was masculinity, goddammit. And niggas just thought, boom, boom. And there was no hard feelings. Every now and again it might turn into a real fight after a while because some motherfucker was like, all right, nigga, now you going too far. But for the most part, you did that shit and then you dapped up and then y'all went on about y'all business. Kids don't do that shit no more. Right? Kids don't do that no shit like that shit no more. I seen that shit and I was like, that's what I'm talking about, goddammit. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? They in the house, they just like, fuck it, let's see who give up first. You know what I mean? Like that shit used to be the shit. Slap boxing used to be the shit. Now these niggas don't do that shit out here no more. Yo, these niggas out here nowadays, they just want to shoot and do some more dumb shit. You know what I mean? What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
You gonna get bowed or something?
Nah, I'm gonna put some air. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Our whole world got.
Your whole world's gonna collapse. Sitting there watching Young and the Restless. Oh man, is Bishop here yet, or is he coming in?
Nah, he's in there.
All right, cool. Because you got to get me some checks for her. So, but yeah, it's oh, this is the other thing I want to show y'all too. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get with this shit. Hey, Pro, you still in the chat, yo? You said Orange Crush is coming up, right? It's this weekend. I covered Orange Crush on my stream one day. That shit is just out of hand. Out of hand. Look at this shit right here. Okay, I don't think this is Orange Crush. This is in Atlanta. I think Orange Crush is in Savannah. But this is in Atlanta. Look at this shit, yo. Now I want you guys, I'm going to go back. I want you guys to tell me what's wrong with this, okay? I want you to tell me what is wrong with what you're watching right here.
They said they gonna have their concert.
Look, I'm all for having fun, right? I'm all for having fun, okay? But why we gotta do nigga shit like block an entire intersection up? Why we gotta do nigga shit like block an entire intersection up, stopping people from traveling all because you want to make it about yourself? And y'all think that shit is cool, just inconveniencing people, y'all. Wynn said, I just said some straight coon-ish. Good thing no one was around. Like, this shit is annoying to me. Like, okay, y'all want to do that shit, that's cool, but not in the middle of the fucking street. in the day, you just in the middle of the street blocking up traffic all the way around. People can't get through because y'all niggas want to be niggas. Y'all niggas want to be niggas. Well, they kids, they just having fun. Yeah, until somebody get tired of that shit and fucking mow one of them niggas down with they fucking expedition. Now, all of a sudden, now, oh my God, this is crazy. It's getting violent. It's like them niggas, like somebody's going to have a fucking falling down moment. Me and Jay, we covered a story that was the dude from like, I forgot, somewhere in South America. They had a log jam protest where they literally put logs in the middle of the street so people couldn't get through and protest for something. And the guy got tired of that shit and he fucking got out the car and shot them niggas. Shot them niggas. I'm like, he had a falling down moment. This is probably like the third or fourth time he done been up in that traffic. He late for work, wherever he going. And that nigga just got tired of it and he shot them niggas. And then y'all want to say, yeah, Josh, traffic already fucked up. And then niggas want to say, oh my God, why did he do that? Oh my God, he's an animal. It's like, no, nigga, y'all niggas was acting like animals and he got mad. Now, should he have shot them niggas? No, he shouldn't have shot nobody. But at the same time, it's like, oh, is he? Okay. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Let me go get this shit from my brother. My father gonna be like, I need that. Anyway, always honor your parents, people. Honor your parents. All right. What I tell y'all? Kevin Kauser, curse. So I'm gonna go do what he said. Anyway, and I'm 40, okay, and I still do it. But you know, at the same time, they sitting there and they sitting there tripping out, and they, oh my God, he shouldn't have shot. Yeah, he shouldn't have shot him. But y'all niggas pushed him to that. Y'all pushed him to the edge, and he did that unthinkable thing. Same thing with the bikes in the cars where they shut down the intersections to do the burnouts and all the bike stuff. It's like, it's not necessary. It's 100% not necessary. And then when somebody responds because you guys are being dickheads in a way that you don't like, or in a violent way, now all of a sudden everybody becomes victims. You know, not everybody got a patient bones. Everybody got short fuse. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Miss Susta.
Yes. Set up.
Did you get the checks?
Yeah. I'll grab them at the back real quick.
Dad about to have an aneurysm.
Alright, so
Hey, I'm about to put you on stream, yo.
here's the work packet.
Yo, don't my brother look like that nigga from the CIA? Don't you like that CIA nigga? The nigga be on the internet.
First.
What's his name? I forgot his name. My brother like that.
Something, yeah.
Andrew something. You like that the CIA YouTube dude. But yeah, them takeovers is annoying, yo. Like even like back in the day when we used to go out Northern Parkway for street races and stuff, we didn't do that. We was in a parking lot. We did all our dumb stuff in a parking lot that like none of the stores was really open except for like Wendy's, and Wendy's ain't care because everybody was in there getting Baconators and stuff. And then we would go, circle the block, go to the light, that shit turn green. We haul ass and race and then go back into the parking lot. You know what I mean? Not blocking up no traffic. You know what I mean? Not causing no problems. Now you got these kids that just don't care. They just don't care. I might have to take this bike back. I might have to take that bike back. They ain't doing nothing with it. And now Hunter know how to ride his bike. I might paint that one and then give him that one.
Do it.
When he get better.
Let me just put these together real quick.
Out here you getting work going up to people at a takeover, yeah. Unless you come out that bitch busting on them. You know? It's like just have some, like, if you're going to do that stuff, have like some decorum. You know what I mean? Be considerate of everybody else. Stop making it about yourself.
There's that. And you got the other packet here.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, just that and then this here. And we'll be good to go.
All right, we good? That's everything?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm going to drop this off. Then I got some shit to do at work.
All right, thanks for that.
All right, no problem. Yeah, yo, used to go meet up in the parking lot. Everybody show their car now and again. Somebody be like, yo, I race you, you know, you know, I'll race you for whatever amount of money you go race. Never, you know, police might come after a while, but that was about it. But it's too much nowadays. It's too much nowadays. And then they get mad when people get mad at them. And they act out or lash out at these niggas for acting like that. And now all of a sudden they victims. Now all of a sudden they victims. Put this up here. He rushing me and this nigga is blocking my way. In the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse truck. In the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse truck. Hold on. Hey, Dad, where you want me to dump my stuff at? Where you want me to put this at? No, him.
In the back.
In the yard? All right. It's my stepsister. Michi start taking the stuff?
Huh?
Michi start taking that flow?
Yeah, he started.
All right, yeah, he'll start to see.
I don't know if he, I mean, how long it's gonna take to like kick in?
It took like a week for me.
A week?
Yeah.
The thing is with him, you gotta be on top of him. Like, take it.
Yeah.
He's over at the house now. I think he left it at his dad's house. So.
Kevin got some in his camper that he don't even fucking use. So if you want, just I told Kevin that to just give it to you. So if he didn't remember, just go grab it from him.
Okay.
That way he can keep some at his father's house and keep some at the house.
We'll put all this medicine away.
Oh my God! All right, y'all. My stepmother, she Puerto Rican, so all her kids is Puerto Ricans. My job, I ain't even at my job yet. How about that? My father just caught me on the way out. Like, hey, are you going into your office today? Let me open up this thing. You going to your office today? I was like, yeah, why? You think you could drop this shit off to Sue for me? Sure. Now you got me doing some other shit, but I ain't mad because it's called getting money. Give me a second. Gifted Gab, what's the deal you say? I got a call personally with the China rollout. What's been on socials? A word? How you doing?
Hey, you own recycle metal?
Yeah, you can leave it right on that side of the yard.
I mean, I'm going to take it with me if you want, but all these old clothes, that's schedule 40. I mean, that's pretty good metal, but I can't use it. So I'm gonna, if you want it, I'll leave it.
Yeah, just leave it right on the other side. That's fine with us. I should take that shit right now and go scrap that shit. That's what's up. Today I do because I think today is like one of them, everybody's teleworking for the most part on Thursday, and I think a lot of people are taking off tomorrow for Good Friday. I hope I don't catch no fucking flat in here. I hope I don't catch no flat in here. These tires cost way too much. Way too much. Alright. I can't even get the good Chinese tires, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna just put y'all right there so y'all can see me real quick. Let me see, my AirPods should work for me to talk to y'all. Let me see. I just don't like using them. Hopefully y'all can hear me. straight with that. So much trouble with this fucking phone, yo. So much trouble with this phone. Chat back up. Gotta start the show all over again. The YouTube shit over again. Hopefully YouTube jump up. Let's see. Alright. Now I gotta go through the tunnel. This rollout. What you talking about with the rollout? What's up with that? Give us a little insight on what you talking about, Gifted Gab. You know, let us know what you talking about. You saying that these Chinese manufacturers are contacting you to get people on board? Is that what you're saying? So that's okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I seen was happening when I seen all the social media campaign. And by the way, yes, we have a ton of fucking problems. This is just a shitty part of their neighborhood. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we're talking about. I've seen a lot of campaigns on social media trying to push people toward buying Chinese goods directly from the manufacturer, which was very interesting. The Panthers. Panthers, the Black Panthers, what we talking about? When China can understand black media, then they will have a chance. Well, in the stream, like today in the stream, I was just saying, I think China does understand black media and black culture, and I think that's what they're gearing toward now. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're gearing toward now. Who you think took down 4chan? Interesting. That's interesting. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do is buy American goods, Don Mega. You know what I mean? That's what we're supposed to be doing, but like I'm not sure if like earlier in the stream I showed you guys examples of this campaign that's going around social media of not only Chinese, I guess, like warehouses or whatever, trying to get people to buy directly from them and not Alibaba and all this other stuff. And like I can get you 50 pounds of shoes for like $45 or whatever it is, or $500, whatever it is, and then you got from what I've been seeing, black content creators stumping for China in the purchase of Chinese goods. There's a serious campaign to get the American people to start cutting out the middleman and circumventing the government and going straight to manufacturers in China to buy their goods. You know, undermining the tariffs that's going on here, I guess you could say. It's interesting because, like I said, America's trying to prove that we don't need China, and then China's trying to prove to America, your people demand our goods and services. It's very interesting. It's a fuck. Like I said, this tariff war is an information war. You know, yeah, exactly, Steph. It's a whole scam op, straight up. You know what I mean? But that's what's happening right now, and I gotta give it to China. That shit is fucking genius. It's genius, because, you know, I hate to say it, but black folks, they want their Prada, they want their Gucci, whether it's real or fake, they want their Prada, their Gucci, they want the J's, they want all of that shit, and they'll go buy that shit no problem. I guarantee they starting to see a massive influx of purchases from America for the shit that they pushing on social media. Like I said, y'all, I was on Instagram, and every other reel that I watched, that I scrolled up, it was these Chinese manufacturers talking about, I can get you this for this price, just hit me up in my DM. And then after that, it'll be some black influencer saying, yo, China, America don't want you to know that China is doing this and this and this, and they making that shit sound like real Gucci. Just like the one I showed you with the guy from England was like, or wherever the fuck he was, like, you know, thank you, China. I got all of my replica Jordans for a quarter of the price. It's a whole information war. Whoever wins that information war wins the tariff war. Right? I told you guys it was going to be a war of attrition. China must know it's tax return time. It's a whole war of attrition, yo. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly, Montoya. It's chess. This is a chess match between China and America. This is no longer chicken. This is no longer a game of chicken. This is chess. This is jiu-jitsu. You know, the most skilled and who can think outside the box is going to win. But I said it before. You guys know, if you've been a part of my channel for a little bit of time, that I said that this was going to be, you know, China. It's like China. I think China's going to blink, but we don't know when China's going to blink. That's the thing. We don't know when China's going to blink. That's the thing. It's like, we knew the other countries were going to fold. We knew the other countries were going fabrics from some factory. I don't know if it was in China or where it was. And then eventually they just said, fuck it. Let's just buy the factory. And they bought the factory. And the rest is history. Trying to eat the Black Friday and Christmas numbers. Because see how they doing. They got us out here getting played. Man, listen. This shit gonna get real spicy. I'm telling you. This shit gonna get real spicy, man. I got faith in Donnie T and that he gonna get his through it, but at the same time, it's not gonna be out without collateral damage. It's not gonna be without some battle scars, guys. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be without some battle scars. At least 95 ain't too bad right now. TaskRabbit lithium mine. That's funny. That's funny. TaskRabbit lithium mine. That's funny. Do people still use TaskRabbit? I know they got like Thumbtack now and shit like that. People still using TaskRabbit? Turf war is still going our way, and that's just my opinion, but it's still going our way, and I'm happy about that. However, China's a whole nother story. China's a whole nother animal. We're not gonna. I never thought that we were gonna steamroll China like a lot of conservative pundits would have you believe. President that's gonna fold, but China's fucking with Xi Jinping. That nigga ain't gonna fold either. It's gonna take a little bit. Matter of fact, I might take that reel I just showed y'all of the two dudes boxing each other. I might have to put like China and United States. I might have to take this shit and put China and the United States. Oh man, that'd be funny. Matter of fact, I got the software. I might be able to put Xi Jinping face on one person's head, and then put Trump's face on somebody else's face, another person's face, and do it like that. That shit'd be fucking hilarious. That shit'd be fucking hilarious. Trump needs a tariff on other countries to block the what? That AI bot ain't shit gotta be like, nah, we ain't let that shit fly, yo. That shit is wild. Anyway. So, how many of y'all was in the stream last night for how many of y'all was in the stream last night for the movie night? We're gonna call it the Hotep Film Society. You're leaning toward Korea and Vietnam. You definitely can fill in the gap. What's up, Kevin? How many of y'all was in the chat last night for the movie? The movie was lit, yo. We watched The Creator last night. For those of you who wasn't in there, you can always go back over there to my Kick channel, kick.com/Cannon Hotep. We watched The Creator last night, man. Fantastic movie, phenomenal movie. What's up, Willie Will? Phenomenal movie, man. Phenomenal movie. But it also it was heavy with the AI Lives Matter, boy. It tugged on your heartstrings. I'm gonna tell you that. It tugged on your heartstrings. And you know, if you ain't really if you ain't really like, paying attention, that should have had you feeling real bad for the fucking AI. It had me feeling real bad for the androids, boy. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? You know, basically they trying to, I guess AI and the human race got into it. AI dropped the motherfucking like bomb on America. And then it was up after that. But then you got some AI that's trying to integrate into society with human beings. You got human beings marrying fucking androids and all of that other shit. It's crazy. It's a great movie though. Josh, that movie was fire. You thought it was mid? I liked it. I thought it was a good movie, but it definitely it had that propaganda jumping, boy. And we were talking about it. I was just like, yo, this shit is going to happen in the near future, man. It's going to happen in the near future. We're going to have this, like I said, with Boston Dynamics doing all of the shit that Boston Dynamics is doing, on top of the Neuralink and all of these fucking thought bots and shit, and the androids that Elon's making, that he's saying is going to cost on average 20 grand for you to have a fucking butler bot, whatever you want to call it, a personal, AI assistant type situation. That shit is coming in the near future, man. It's coming in the near future. And we're going to start to see that, right? They're going to start growing babies in pods. And I think women are going to be, for the most part, like, their natural births and stuff are going to be kind of like going the way of the dodo. Right? You're going to have biological men marrying fucking machines. You know, there was a part in the movie where the guy lost his fucking girlfriend and she was a fucking android, and this nigga was crying about it. And I'm just sitting there like, just build a new one, nigga. Build a new one. But like, but anybody that's not acclimated to the propaganda will sit there and look at it and be sad and feel bad like a person just died. And I'm just like, like it was a robot. It acted like a person. I'm sure it learned how to have a personality. I don't think that personality was its own personality. You know what I mean? It had people all fucked up. These hoes is about to go. Lord have mercy. Rosie. Alchemist, you talking about Rosie? Yeah, nanny bots. Have I heard about what? Lead inflation. it'll be a good experiment to watch that movie with somebody you know that ain't really, you know, that don't see the way we see. You know what I mean? Like, you know, somebody that's just like, they just the layman, they just the, you know, rubes. Watch it with somebody who don't like dabble in conspiracy and shit like that, and see what their reaction to the movie is. You know what I mean? I think that's like the most interesting thing. See how they react to the movie, right? You know, 'cause I got a feeling they gonna be feeling bad for the AI. I was saying in the stream, I was like, yo, I'm about to get some AI Lives Matter shirts made. I'm about to get some AI Lives Matter shirts made out this bitch. Oh man, that shit would be funny. And sell them shits. That shit would be funny. How much does children born in robots going to be from natural born people that grew up beside their mothers? Well, that's a good question, because last week, what did we watch last week? We watched Gattaca. We was watching Gattaca last week, and essentially that's what Gattaca was about, right? So Gattaca, they basically had designer babies, right? They would call them babies that were born naturally, what did they call them? God children. They called them God children. And God children had defects and disposition to certain like diseases and emotions and limiting on their IQ, or maybe not. But then you had the designer babies that were essentially, you know, gene edited like through CRISPR and all this other stuff. And then this movie was made in what, 1998 or 2000. And they were gene edited. Like the parents would go to the clinic and they'd be like, yeah, I want my baby to have fucking blonde hair and blue eyes and be 6'3", the lung capacity of a fucking cheetah, and a 10-inch cock, pause, and look like fucking Ryan Gosling. And they could do that shit. Versus the babies that were born naturally, it was just a shot in the dark what you was gonna get. And 9 times out of 10, according to the movie, 9 times out of 10, the kids that was just a shot in the dark, they tend to not really do well in society, because all of the, you know, you got like, you know, companies and stuff like that be like, well, why would I take that kid when this kid has been bred to be this? So I think that if you got kids that's being grown next to the fucking tomatoes and shit, like Cabbage Patch Kids, society's gonna favor them more because they've edited out any defects they may have. Versus, and it's not a nice, like it's still chilly outside. I don't know why the phone acting like that. Anyway, but yeah, so like in Gattaca, you could design your baby, and the kids that was designed and that had all of the preconceived like diseases and shit edited out of their genes, they were the more favored in society versus the kids that were born naturally, you know? I mean, do they though? Do cheetahs really have horrible endurance? Them niggas run 80 miles an hour. You know what I mean? They run 80 miles an hour for a decent amount of time. Like, I don't expect the cheetah, like somebody, because, you know, the sprint, a marathon, at 80 miles an hour. You know? Like, how long can cheetahs hold that top speed? Like a minute? That's a lot. That's a fucking lot. Cheetahs be moving, boy. Check out Smart House, yo. Black Mirror still out? Black Mirror was my shit, yo. They had me hooked from the first episode where the fucking prime minister had to bust open that fucking pig. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, this is wild. Black Mirror, I haven't watched it in a while. Black Mirror is crazy. That's like, Black Mirror is the new Twilight Zone. Black Mirror is the new Twilight Zone. I didn't know they still had episodes coming out. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Let's see what she want me to do first. I'm gonna have to check out the new Black Mirror. I might fuck around and do it. Once I can finish a little bit of bullshit I got today, I might check that out. Yeah, we got good endurance, but we don't got that top speed like a cheetah. I think like if a cheetah just ran normally, it would have a better lung capacity, but because they move so fast, it's something different. But regardless, you get my point. What I was talking about, like in the movie, they could edit the kids and give them favorable traits and gear them for a better life than the kids that were born naturally. Which is another. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. No problem. I love Missy. Missy was so nice. Such a nice lady. She's been my dad's bookkeeper for like 20 years. But she her husband passed away. So like she kind of retired, but she still keeps my dad as a customer, which is nice. All right, give me a second, y'all. I gotta throw these leaves in the back of my truck. 1 second. Was my father Bobcat or yours?
No, with my son, it's a habit. He brought it in from his coffee. Looks different without the pond, but I had to get it. So, all right, thanks. Stop. Yeah, he took a bobcat, just put the whole waterfalls right into the hole. So, yeah, done. So, all right, have a nice Easter, honey. Thank you, I appreciate it very much. Yeah, 'cause I don't have any way to get rid of them. Oh,
They can hold top speed for 30 seconds, but after chase, you need 30 minutes. Hell yeah, I would too. But yeah, the movie was. I liked the creator. I thought it was really good. The propaganda was heavy. I thought it was a really good movie to go with. My fat ass need 30 minutes of cover. And all I did was just put some bags in the truck. But yeah, so I thought it was a good movie to watch. You know, on the heels of watching Gattaca. Because if you watch both of those movies, that's where we're headed. That's what we're on pace to be. Or that's what we're on pace, that's what society is on pace to become. So, like I said, art imitates life, man. How many times we see some shit happen in the world and like, yo, that shit happened in this movie, or that shit happened in this TV show. You know, it's all the fucking time. It's almost like they're trying to warn us. Yeah. Whiskey Wine River. Never heard of that place. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all appreciate y'all hanging out with me in all of my Boomer Tech moments. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. You want to donate to the channel, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats, kick subscriptions are always welcome, guys. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. I'll holler at y'all.